Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tronage, and today we're going to be talking about the June quad box for 2018. We're going to crack it open, see what's inside. Stick around. Alright, so we got the June quad box. A little bit late, but that's fine. I'm always happy to, better late than never, as they say, even though it is July right now, but it is the June box. So, as usual, bring it in, crack it open, see what's inside. We'll do a little cost analysis and give you my thoughts, alright? So, let's do this. Got my X-Acto blade ready to go. I got a seal to be cut. Let's do this. So, we'll give a little cut ski. Boom. All right, let's go, see what's inside. Ready? Whoa! Some stickers first. Always love the stickers, pretty cool looking stuff. Next up, let's go with this thing. We got a creative heat tool. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Basically, it looks like it's gonna be like a hot gun for like shrinking your shrink wrap around your ESCs and whatnot. So that looks like a pretty cool thing. We'll have to check this out, but this looks pretty awesome, actually. Okay. We got, what is this guy? A buzzer. I think it's just a buzzer. We'll check it out. Just says Hellgate FPV buzzer. It might be just a buzzer. I'll have to take a little closer look to see if it's anything other than just a buzzer, but even if it's just a buzzer, that's still pretty cool. Got a little coupon card for Rotor Riot. It's a 10% off everything on the Rotor Riot website. We got some props here. We got, interesting. Okay, they're Azure Power Race Propeller. They're 5.1 by 5 by 3 triple blade. And we got 3 sets of those. Interesting color. It's almost like an army green color. I don't know. It's kind of a nifty color. Intriguing. And then we got a shirt here. Let's open up this shirt. Oh, my box fell. Oh, there's something under the shirt. All right, let's do the thing that's under the shirt first. What is this? Hellgate FPV LED strip. PDS, I think it says. Interesting. It's basically, it looks like a little circuit board. I don't know. It's intriguing me. I'll have to look closely at it. But basically looks like some sort of little PDB that you put in your stack. And it lets you hook up a bunch of LEDs, maybe. I don't know. I have to look closely at that, but that's kind of cool. And then back to the shirt. There we go. Straighten that out a little bit. Basically says Quad Pilot. Press start, which is pretty cool. I like the looks of that. Put it there. So pretty cool stuff. I ran the cost analysis. And I know that's what you're here to see, so boom, there you go. Now, first item on the list there is the buzzer, and you're like, a buzzer for $30? Yes, this buzzer is $30. When I first opened this box, I thought to myself, a buzzer? Okay. Like, I'm thinking this is like a little, 50-cent, China buzzer, or maybe like a couple dollars if you buy it, retail. And then I was looking at it, and I said, oh, it's got like something going on with it. I didn't really open it up or anything, but I saw it was like a little chunkier and stuff. Turns out this is the freaking most coolest thing in the entire world. Now, I'm not going to do like a whole review about this because I'll save that for a separate video, but I'm just going to educate you on what this little $30 buzzer is. It's essentially a buzzer that has a little battery on it. You hook it up to your quad, you put your power, you put your ground, it's a 5 volt, so put on your 5 volt pin, and you hook it up like a normal buzzer. And it works just like a normal buzzer. It's the buzzer for your quad. But if you crash and your battery comes disconnected off of your quad, this thing starts ticking for like about a minute. After a minute, it starts then actually buzzing, like making like a beeper noise. So even though your battery is completely disconnected off of your quad, you can find it because you have a buzzer that's actually buzzing at you. So why does it tick for the first minute? Well, because when you're done flying, you also disconnect your battery. So you need to have a way to not have it always buzz at you every time you disconnect your battery. So during that ticking process is basically it's saying, I'm going to buzz soon. If you don't want to, turn me off. And the way you turn it off is you just go dink and touch your battery back to the quad. So when it detects a loss of power and then gains power again for a second, it'll shut down. So you don't have it buzzing all the time. So yes, it's a slight inconvenience that every time you disconnect your battery, you're gonna have to disconnect your battery and then touch it to turn off the buzzer. But at the same token, if you crash and you don't know where you are, and your battery gets jettisoned from your craft, you have something to save you. So I am incredibly excited about this, and I'm incredibly excited to try it out. Not that I'm excited to try to lose a craft, because no one likes that feeling. However, I'm kind of excited for that point where I install this onto a build, and then I kind of take it for granted that it's there, and then have that moment when you crash and your battery goes, yay, and your quad goes, whoa, and you don't know where you are, because you really were kind of doing some sort of gnarly, flippy-rooey, dippity-doo, and you have no idea where you are. And to have it be like, oh my God, I don't know where I am. Oh, but wait, I have this. Because we've all been there. You're flying, you crash, you get the static. And you know what that means right away. When you see that static, you know you've lost power to your video transmitter, and that usually means that you've lost power to your entire craft, which means flipping that buzzer button on your transmitter won't do a dang thing. So this is actually a really amazing little piece of kit to put into a build, so I'm happy about that. But enough about this thing, let's talk about the other items in this box. So this was the large ticket item for the boost for the quad box, and pretty darn cool. Moving along, the heat tool. This is something that I think a lot of people need, but don't have. So the fact that it's now in the box gets a lot of people the tool in their hand that they need. This is huge. A lot of people don't realize how important this is. You know, they'll have their shrink tubing and they're just like shrinking it with their soldering iron and stuff, and that's totally cool. And that's fine if that works for you. But having a heat gun to shrink your heat tubing is really cool. And it lets you do surface mount reworking. And if you missed it, there's a video I have up in the cards about the no gyro problem on the HGLRC XJB145. And essentially the way to fix it was to reflow the solder. And since the gyro is a surface mounted chip, you needed to basically rework the surface mounting solder. You had to reflow it. What was it entailed? Well, it entailed having paste flux, which you can pretty much get anywhere, and a heat gun. If you had those two items, you could do the fix. So the fact that now anyone who subscribes to this or bought this box now has this tool and maybe has that quad, now you're halfway there to being able to fix it if you run into that problem. So I think this is a really cool thing that they put this in here. And it's actually for a tool, for the tool category, it's kind of an expensive item too. So this box was pretty strong. Just with these two items alone, that's a lot of value, ignoring everything else, all right? So that's awesome. Now these props. I'm not familiar with Azure Power. However you say it, Azure Power. I'm not familiar with this brand. I'm more of a HQ or a Dial Cyclone, depending on my mood. And those are the props I've been receiving. So this is a little curveball for a brand of prop. Now, if you're familiar with these, if you use these, if you think they're great, if you don't think they're any good, let me know in the comments below what you think of these props, because I haven't used them yet. I'm not familiar with the brand. I don't know what to expect. Cost-wise, they're a little bit more expensive than the Dial Cyclones. So maybe, you know, they're on point as far as price goes. They're kind of like in that same realm. So if you use price as a judging of how good they are, then they should be good. Just because they're a certain price doesn't necessarily mean they're good. So this is kind of like a question mark to me. And we'll have to try them out. Maybe I'll do a little review at them when I actually throw them on a craft and fly them and let you know how I feel. Right now, I don't know. I mean, they look cool. They look kind of like a Dial Cyclone, but you know, who knows? So we'll have to try those out. You know, t-shirt's a t-shirt, stickers are stickers. The last thing though is this PDB for the LEDs. And yes, it is a PDB. I need to get glasses, I'm sure. It's not a PDS, it's a PDB. The only question I have about this for an LED PDB is there's only 3 pins. There's the power, there's the ground, and then there's the data pin. But looking carefully at it, the data pins are all connected to each other. Normally on addressable LEDs, there's a data in and a data out. And that's how, like in Betaflight, when you program them, you do the wiring diagram first. And when you do that, you're saying, okay, this is LED 0, this is LED 1, this is LED 2. And the way it works is as the data hits an LED, it says, okay, this first one, that's LED 0. And then the data comes out and goes to the next LED. Okay, this is the second LED that I'm reaching, so this is LED 1. Yes, I know, it's weird. The first LED is called 0, and the second LED is called 1, and so on. That's how you can individually address each LED. This distribution board has all the data pins, all the same pin. It's just basically one wire that runs around to all the datas. Now I did online, I couldn't even find this exact PDB. You went to the website and everything. You can't find this anywhere. So I don't even know any information about it. I couldn't find anything about it. I couldn't find a price even for it. So the price up on the chart there, that's basically finding similar PDBs that are for LEDs that do the same task. However, those have 4 pins. Each spot where you would put an LED, it has a data in and it has a data out, so that when you hook up the LEDs, it knows the sequence. Like this point would be LED 1, and this point would be LED 2, and this point would be LED 3, and LED 4, and LED 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would make a lot of sense. On this board though, they're all the Ds are all the same pin. So it's like splitting that one data pin to all of them. Now, what I suspect when you hook this up is it's going to treat all the LEDs that you hook up to this as a single LED in Betaflight. So you program one LED in Betaflight, and that's going to be what all the LEDs do as programmed by the one LED, instead of having it where they're individually addressable. That's my suspicion, but I don't know. I haven't tried it out. And we'll have to do a build with this maybe at some point, maybe do a little video on it, I don't know. But that's my concern about this. But you know what? For a couple bucks for a PDB, for LEDs, you know, even if that's what it does, hey, you know, it's a cheap enough item. So I'm not really so concerned about that. Overall, I'd say the stars for the show are these two right here. Yeah. The rest of it is always welcomed. Love to have some props, love a shirt, love some stickers. So overall, in total, I think this box is very strong. I think it has a lot of value to it, and I am very pleased with the contents, and I'm very happy with it. I was initially like a buzzer. Like I was like, where's the big ticket item? Until I learned what this was and learned that it's a $30 item. And then I felt, okay, this is something really cool. This box is really strong. All right, so now that we've talked about this box specifically, we can take this away. All right. And now what we're going to do is I would like to, as always, for the month of June, we do a little running total for the drone drop versus the quad box. So we'll put that up here now. And what you'll notice is quad box now has all green across. And what I've been doing, if you're not familiar, is every month I've been a subscriber to both drone drop and quad box since February of 2018. And what I've been doing is keeping a running total of taking the value of what's in the box and subtracting out the cost of the box and the shipping and everything. So I find out how much value over am I getting. And what I've been doing is totaling that all up. And whoever's in the lead, I've been flagging in green. And this month is the first month that across the board, quad box is now the leader as far as value goes in the retail pricing, in the China pricing, and as well the average pricing when you just take the China price and the retail price and average them together. So that's basically saying, at least as far as from February until now, Quadbox has been stronger and giving more value for what's included in the box over the cost of what the box cost you. So I'm not trying to, change any minds here or anything. I'm just reporting what I find. But as of right now, Quadbox is in the lead since February on total value. Not necessarily box to box, but I'm saying across the board, I've received more value out of a Quadbox than I have a drone drop. Once again, full disclosure, I subscribe to these boxes with my own money. I'm not provided them for any compensation. I'm not giving them for free. I pay for them just like any other subscriber out of my own pocket with my own credit card, and I just review them because I enjoy doing this. Quadbox is in the lead. You're getting more value, so take from that what it means to you. But for me, I'll tell you, for the month of June, the drone drop box, I wasn't so thrilled with. The month of June quad box, really thrilled with. Especially this, it's a stupid buzzer, but I don't know. I'm excited to try it out. All right, so overall, I had a blast opening this box. It was really exciting. It was kind of cool thinking that I was getting like a little $5 buzzer, and it turned out to be a $30 buzzer. That was really cool, like kind of turn of events as I was doing the research on it. And that's one of the reasons why I love these mystery boxes, because you'll get things you don't even know what they are or knew they even existed, and all of a sudden you're like, what is this? And you do a little bit of research and you're like, oh my God, this is the most coolest thing in the world, and if I would have known this existed, I would have bought it anyway. That's the case with this buzzer. Who knows? These props might be awesome, and I'll be like, oh my God, why haven't I been using these props before? Or they may stink. I don't know. But that's why I love these mystery boxes, and that's why I subscribe to them. So if you're on the fence, you know what? Maybe pull the trigger on one of these. I don't know. Only you know what's best for you. I just report what I find, and that's what this is. So if you haven't yet, maybe hit that subscribe button, and maybe hit that bell while you're at it. This way you know when I post new videos, because I got a couple contests and giveaways coming up in the future, and you'll know when they get posted, and you don't want to miss out on them because they're going to be pretty good. I might be giving away, I don't know, maybe another quad box or something like I did for the month of June. If you missed it, video here, that box has already been given away, but I did give away this box that I just unboxed. Someone received it free because I gave it away, and they watched my video and they participated in the contest. So you might want to keep in the loop, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, comment below, and as always, my name is Tronage. Fly strong. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you really should subscribe. I'm always posting new content. If you'd like to help support the channel and get access to giveaways, raffles, and other exclusive benefits, consider joining the Tronage family on the Patreon page. Here's some videos that you might be interested in. This is the latest one that I posted, and this one I think you might just like. Go check them out.